Hey everybody, Fifth Stein here. Don't know where that came from, but here we are. I am off to buy some really awful for me food in the form of McFood. Is that brightness all the way up? It is, okay. I think I need to wash that camera, or maybe the screen is dying on this. Oh no, there it goes. Right. Anyway. So, a weird thing happened today. I have never seen one of these before, and neither had any of my coworkers. And pretty much everybody's phone went off at about the same time, announcing a blue alert. Very urgent. And holy shit, that dude's coming up fast. Anyway, yeah, so Blue Alert is this newfangled thing that is apparently reserved for cops. It is the bat signal for Manhunt for cop killers. That's exactly what they were doing, looking for some, of course, culturally diversifying suspect who apparently shot a cop in the head, and he's in critical condition. Cop's probably going to die. They know who the guy is that pulled the trigger, and so he's in for a bad time. But there's something weird about it that I don't quite understand. It's not to be too crude or put too fine a point on this, but it's not exactly national newsworthy, because it happens often enough, when a black guy kills a white cop. Just saying. That's not exactly something the news cares about. It's not typically something that honestly gets a lot of attention. And certainly not the kind of manhunt that they're doing now. Up to, including the U.S. Marshals are getting in on it, the feds are in on it. They blasted out a statewide blue alert, which I've never seen before, and nobody I work with has ever seen before. And I looked him up. I forget the guy's name. It's some diverse name that makes no sense. A random assembly of letters is essentially his first name. It's like Othar or some shit. Like a lame superhero or something. But the guy's got nothing but misdemeanor arrests. Of course, he's a criminal, because they always are. But, the guy's got like a marijuana possession misdemeanor. Not even distribution, just simple possession. He had a domestic violence, or a domestic assault, domestic violence charge. Because, again, of course. And just a couple other things, like traffic tickets and shit. The guy... stereotypes aside, he really didn't seem like that bad a guy. I don't consider possession of weed crime worthy in the first place. That's retarded. And okay, he's a scumbag for beating up his girlfriend, but that's compared to the kind of people they go on manhunts for. Typically speaking, this guy he's not worthy of so much as a warrant. But, of course, he shot a cop, and the cop's probably going to die, so, yeah, they're hunting for him, but it's just so weird that they're making such a huge fuss out of this one in particular. And I don't really know why, and I haven't been able to pin it down. And, of course, it made the... Are you inside or out? You are. You're dead now. Bug. The local news, of course, made a big deal out of it, because, I'm sure that 1.5 million people in the Central Florida area are kind of thinking, what the hell? Why are we supposed to care about something that happened in Daytona? And, we're not. The guy's got California plates, and headed north, so he's not coming here. But I haven't seen this get a whole lot of national play. Curiously, The Sun in the UK picked it up. Of course, they're a yellow rag, so they're after drama. The funny thing is, they posted a video of the body cam footage they actually released early, showing the guy pulling the trigger on this cop. And he did it. There's really no questioning it. But the usual suspects will be out there insisting that he didn't do anything wrong and he was in fear for his life and racism this and BLM that. Anyway, what was funny is the Sun and some other similar British rag were hosting copies of the video, but they've got them locked behind these fucking obnoxious players that they like encode the URL for the data for the actual video itself, and they even do encrypted HLS transfers and that kind of shit. So it was non-trivial to download a copy of it anyway. So fuck you guys. I can totally break your stupid ass download restrictions, and it ain't worth doing that shit. Don't try. Quit that. Just making it a pain in the ass to use your site. Anyway, I happened upon a better version of the video anyway that included the actual shot, because the pussies at USA Today decided to cut it. I'm sorry, no, that's not true. It was the Orlando Sentinel who decided to be pussies and cut the bit where he actually pulls the trigger. Because, you wouldn't want to show a black guy shooting a cop. Fucking media. Anyway, it's just so weird to me that they are hunting the guy down so hard. Now, I'm glad they are, because you really shouldn't kill cops. Sorry. I know that's a controversial idea now, but, I'm going to stick to my guns on that one. You really shouldn't kill police. It's not a good move. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment to pontificate further. I have to check in on the app. Hold on. Alright, anyway. It's just so bizarre. It's not even clear to me what the guy even... You can never figure these people out, to be honest. If you're crazy enough to shoot a cop, there's really no genuinely understanding what's going on in your brain, because there's something wrong with you. Because it can never end well for you. Now you're, even if you get away from the initial encounter, you're a fugitive, they're looking for you. They went and served a warrant on his apartment. And of course, the dickheads at the Orlando Sentinel insisted on reporting breathlessly that they found high-capacity magazines and what do they call it? A long rifle and a semi-automatic handgun, and some ammo. Like any of that is even remotely surprising or illegal in Florida. What was the first thing they said? High-capacity magazine. Well, that's tard speak for any mag that holds more than 10 rounds. California had made that declaration. You can't have a magazine in California that holds more than 10 rounds of ammo. You can't sell them, you can't possess them, nothing. You can't import them either, or buy them. And I think even possessing them is illegal, which is really encouraging. I'd like to. It makes me really want to go to California with my 30-round mags, standard issue, and then wait for them to prosecute it and tell them to kiss my ass and sue them. I actually think that got declared unconstitutional not too long ago, and they're absolutely flipping their shit over that, which is just delightful. But anyway, so 30-round mags are nothing. I mean, that's standard. The companies that make the guns sell official magazines that hold that much. So that's meaningless. Long rifle. Okay, that's a Ruger 1022 carbine could be a long rifle. It's a gun. All rifles are long. That's the whole point of it being a rifle. I mean, of course, there are exceptions, but most rifles are, they're like that. They're kind of long. That's what makes it a rifle. And then semi-automatic handgun. That's a really fancy way of saying pistol. Just a little McShooty McBang-Bang. Every fucking handgun is semi-automatic except for a revolver, which is also, in a roundabout way, also semi-automatic, because if you squeeze the trigger and shoot, the next round gets chambered automatically. Yes, I know, any gun nut out there is going to jump down my throat for calling that semi-automatic, but whatever. You pull the hammer back and you can pull the trigger 6 times and 6 bullets come out. Fucking good enough. But, yeah, they're acting like any of that's a big deal, and it's not. It's not even illegal to have it. I have that stuff. I have a revolver. I have a bunch of ammo. I have a long rifle. I have a shotgun. And I have one semi-automatic handgun. That shit's legal. Now, he did also have 3 tactical vests, like bulletproof vests. Now, that's legal, too. That's a little on the side. Like, okay, you can look at that a little bit closer, but it's still not illegal. And that's the weird thing. This guy he's just got misdemeanors. It's lawful for him to own guns, because you only lose that right when you're convicted of a felony, and even when you get out of prison, felons can't own firearms typically, unless the state decides, if you ask, and the state says, yeah, okay, you can get your rights restored, in other words. But this guy didn't have that. He's got no felonies. It's just literally misdemeanors, and I don't get it. Cool. Hey. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, goody, goody, goody. They didn't fuck me on the fries this time. Last time I ordered, I did the BOGO thing for a burger, which saved me $5, so I'm not really too bent out of shape about it. And then I ordered a medium fry, and they didn't put the fries in the bag, so I only got 2 burgers, which, whatever, still saved $3, so who cares? Anyway, right. So it's just so weird. The guy's got misdemeanors. He wasn't, until now, a fugitive or anything. He paid his minimal debts to society for the stupid little things he's done, but I mean, God, the guys seem pretty harmless, so it's just so baffling that they're making a huge deal out of it like this and going so public about it. I get that they make a big deal out of it when they kill a cop, but because they have to punish that, but they don't typically go balls to the wall, full media blitz over it. And it's just weird they're doing it this time. Now, what's going to really crack me up is when they finally catch him. Because they will. I just wonder how loudly BLM is going to come out in support of this guy. Even if they kill him. Like, even if he gets in a firefight with the police and the police kill him. Are they going to rally behind this guy? Or are they going to let it quietly drop? Because there's always this tendency, I don't know if you've paid any attention over the past probably 2 decades, the BLM types, they've been around longer than the moniker of BLM existed. They always rally behind just the scummiest fucking people that get killed by police. George Floyd's just the most recent example. Trayvon Martin was another. Who was the guy that died in Ferguson? Because, the Zimmerman thing, I'm pretty sure that was Trayvon Martin. Whatever idiot got himself killed in Ferguson, and then of course, St. Floyd. They all had criminal records as long as my arm. And, what did I say, arm as my arm? Whatever. And they're felons. They were repeat offenders. Viciously nasty people. But they died, and oh my God, that's racist. You can't just kill black people for no reason. Well, except for that whole "you're pointing a gun at me" thing, but I wonder, if this guy gets himself killed, are they gonna rally behind him? Because apart from killing a cop, he hadn't really ever done anything wrong. And this is genuinely one of those cases where they could, now they'd be wrong, as always, but they could make the argument and seem reasonable about it that he actually didn't do anything wrong. Now, the video of the encounter shows that, yeah, he really escalated and he totally murdered that cop. The cop was polite. He said, do you live here? And the guy just loses his shit. Starts wrestling with the cop for a minute and then pulls out the gun and kills him. But that doesn't change a damn thing. If they want to start arguing that, he didn't do anything, it'll turn into, yeah, he shot him, but he feared for his life. Fucking whatever. Because they'll never admit they've ever done anything wrong. That's just how it works. That's just how the BLM types always operate. But they could, at least somewhat reasonably, rally behind him. Again, like I said, they'd be wrong, because he did something really bad, and he did it unprovoked. But they could at least try. And people wouldn't be able to beat them over the head with his criminal record. You could seriously just chalk this up to one really colossally bad decision made by an otherwise decent person. And they could totally rally behind that. But so far, it's been quiet. And I just am always fascinated by how quiet the usual suspects get when there's somebody to rally behind that might actually deserve it more than the George Floyd types. And it's crazy. But whatever. We have a new federal holiday thanks to this shit. And at least it wasn't named St. Floyd Day. I would have just laughed my ass off and started a drinking habit if that had happened. Because, we do shit like that, it's game over. Anyway, I am back home and I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat, quit recording, and I'm going to upload this horribly controversial video that no one's going to watch. And we'll see how long my channel stays up. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch up with you later. And by the way, this shirt's not pink. This is seafoam. I live in Florida. I'm allowed to wear pastels and be a fruity little snowflake. Catch you later, guys.